Sleepwalkers of Reddit. What was your most interesting sleepwalking experience? Story 1. My roommate once found me standing in front of the fridge, freezer door open, gnawing on a frozen bagel. When he asked me what I was doing, I told him to mind his own business and go back to Peru. He's never even been to Peru. Story 2. I was beginning to suspect my daughter was a sleepwalker until this happened. Now I'm convinced. One night while I was watching a movie at my desk in my bedroom and my daughter had been sleeping soundly in my bed for a few hours, she always sneaks into my bed, she suddenly woke up and started farting with the force of 1,000 suns. I paused my movie and I asked if she needed to go to the bathroom. She stared at me blankly and started bouncing her legs up and down. I knew something horrible was imminent, so I got up from my chair and helped her from the bed. Rather than use the ensuite bathroom, which was several feet from her, she instead rushed out of the bedroom and ran across the hall to the main floor toilet. She whipped her pants down, sat on the toilet, and then let out a deep sigh. And as I watched in shock and horror, she unleashed a torrent of loud farts that echoed throughout the toilet bowl. The ferocity of the gas explosion made me simultaneously wince in discomfort, yet smile with pride. Disturbingly, though, her expression didn't change. She just stared forward with a blank look on her face while her explosive farts tested the structural integrity of the toilet. As the onslaught subsided, I asked her if she was okay, and this was her response. "I can't fart too loud. My bunnies are sleeping and I don't want to wake them." I then asked her if she was finished, at which point she hopped off the toilet and said, "I didn't poop, I just really had to fart." She then proceeded to wipe, wash her hands, and then curiously ball up 2 handfuls of toilet paper and throw them in the garbage. I don't know why she did that. After she was finished, she ran back to bed, curled up, and started snoring before she had finished pulling up the blankets and getting herself comfortable. I kissed her goodnight, but also asked her about the bunnies, to which she replied, with closed eyes, "Daddy, we don't have any bunnies, just a dog and 2 kitty cats." Story 3. As a witness to sleepwalking, I have seen some weird stuff. When I was 10, me and my friend were camping out in the living room when we saw her naked dad walk to the dining room, lift up the table, and piss. Story 4. My camping story? I went with a group of friends to the campsite's secret kitchen food stash and had a small meal. I suddenly got tired, said, "I'm going back to my tent." And I left. I lay down in my sleeping bag and just poured sweat for half an hour. I blinked and my friends appeared, shaking me. I'd climbed a tree. Turns out I went to my tent, eyes closed, but I had a dream where I was still in the kitchen. In my sleep, I said, "I'm going back to my tent." But in reality, I was in the tent. So I started sleepwalking to the forest nearby and climbed a tree. My friends followed me the entire way, and apparently I was spouting nonsense about the Illuminati. Story 5. My boyfriend tends to sleepwalk/sleep talk. One night I was abruptly awoken by being squeezed repeatedly around my waist. This wasn't some cute hug thing, no. He had propped me up into a sitting position and was squeezing me so hard it knocked the air out of me. He kept repeating, "You're choking, you're choking." Once he calmed down and woke up, we realized that he'd been trying to give me the Heimlich maneuver. On another occasion, I got to listen to him having a conversation with himself as follows. "Mayday, mayday, come in ambulance, this is helicopter. Helicopter, this is ambulance, what's your situation?" Story 6. In the middle of the night, this is my father's account, not my own. He was up late waiting for my older brother to come home from a concert. I came running through the upstairs hall and down the stairs. I mean, full-on cheetah mode. On the way, I'm hitting everything. Each step I take, I'm throwing my fists at whatever's closest. By the time I reached the kitchen, my fists were cut up and I started tossing things off the counter. My dad had to grab me and pin me to the wall before I got to the cabinet I was beelining for, which had all of our glasses in it. I woke up with my dad pinning me to the wall, at which point I waited up with him for my brother to arrive, then went back to sleep. Another time, the whole house woke up to my brother, same one, yelling. We ran into his room thinking he was hurt, to find him standing in his boxers in the center of the room, holding his mattress straight up. Still no explanation on that one. Story 7. I once woke up and found myself pissing all over my laptop. I wasn't really sleepwalking, I guess, but I did manage to pull down my pants and aim my stream off the bed all in my sleep. I was so shocked to see what I was doing that by the time I had fully processed it, I had already unleashed my very full bladder all over my very unfortunately placed laptop. But don't worry, my laptop made a full recovery and I'm actually using it right now to type all this. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.